Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Piñeiro. And we're off and running from Charlotte. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Murray on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Benson now from the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Escapes the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's second down coming up. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. And they take him down right along the 30. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Man in motion here. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Turning to Benson on 3rd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
McManus sends it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Let's go now.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense up to the line fast. To the air, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're gonna be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It's Benson on the give. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Now, so much for seeing a safety, Brock. Things have totally changed now on 1st and 10 across midfield. Kyler throwing here. This reeled in by Benson. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back to the air, Murray. Setting up the screen. Running in the red zone. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Connor. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cardinals stretch their early lead to 9. It's a James Conner touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Working quickly here. From the 36. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First and 10, looking to throw. Cut out left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 2-score game early. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They have it 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Hubbard. Escapes a defender. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Chooses to bring this one out. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now. Murray. He puts some air under it. Deep down the middle. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Ready. Buffalo 18. Ready.
He's going to throw this one. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here we go, set. Ready.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Come on, set. Ready, Lion. Hook.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And they bring him down around the 34. Offense in the hurry up here.
70
Throwing from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Finds his man over the middle. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Set. 19 Lion. Come 19. Come 19. 7 Pirate. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
At the 26-yard line.
Panther 11. Check go.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Hubbard runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Well, this is the continuation of one of the greatest scoring seasons in recent memory, Brock. For the first time since 2006, we've got a running back who's reached 20 touchdowns in a single season. That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. We give up the gut to Benson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. Avoid some trouble there. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Benson's got it. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Cardinals trying to make some noise before halftime. Now Murray on the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. 35 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Benson on 1st and 10. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 31. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Shot alert.
Here's Hubbard on the give. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
18, Pioneer. Ready?
They'll throw on 1st. Forced out to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They're going play action. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Carolina. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's out near midfield and still going. And he gets it forward to the 46-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Prater on to send it away. Devin Tompkins to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. After the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Check smash. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 70 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Set. 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat. 6, go.
From the 32. Hits him on the out route. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
79 Bronco. Ready.
Throwing now, off play action. Vacates quickly. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Check. 19 Lion. Come 19. Check go.
Trying again, following the sack. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go.
Handoff running left, Hubbard. And he'll start pushing them into field goal range, a small gain to the 38. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. Hut.
Throwing from the gun here. Chased out to his right. Complete beyond. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered. Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
70 Lion. Smash. Ready.
This is Hubbard running left. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
70 range, 70 range. Huh.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Will the Cardinals get to him here? He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the first half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground with Benson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Darius Robinson there to make the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Panthers football. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
They'll come out throwing. On the move, headed right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Go! Trap 60. Mustang 19. Check go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds past midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hubbard trying this up the gut. Juke the defender. Hits the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Murray. Able to get it to Benson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Second and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Turning to Benson on third. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll run, it's Benson, and he's brought down for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Counter play, Hubbard. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson getting there for the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
60 by 60.
Hubbard again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Derek Brown on the stop.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. The Panthers have possession to start the 4th. This one looking pretty well decided already. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Warriors 70. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Cardinals football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Murray. Headed out right. He's going to keep it this time. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Caught, nice gain left side. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Some fighting going both ways deep down the field that time, but it's the defense who gets flags for it. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Taken in by Harrison. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
This is reeled in by Wilson. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Back to the air, Murray. And the defender comes away with it. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Panthers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Street. Hut, hut.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. Jukes out a one-stop. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast.
60 Eagles.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Check, Bobcat. 18 Cardinal. Hut.
They run again with Hubbard. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
18, Pioneer. Set.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pass complete to Hubbard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
60 back. Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. J.C. Horn to pick it off. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers very close to an 11th win this season. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Cougar 19. 18 Rattler. Check smash. Take over.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's going deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Brock, you remember when they were near their own end zone? Yeah, things have totally changed now. 1st and 10 in enemy territory. It is Kupp, left side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
That's good.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And oh, he got it. Interception.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
One final shot here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.